Hey you guys, I'm Mary Setrakian. I'm a master voice teacher here in New York City. Welcome to my studio. I'm a Broadway singer. I was in the Broadway show Hello Dolly starring Carol Channing. I toured with several Broadway shows including Les Miserables, Evita, Phantom of the Opera, and I've also been the master voice teacher to some Hollywood stars, some Broadway stars and Broadway casts, also just singers and actors who are just starting out. So here I am with my first episode of Master Voice Teacher Reacts. I'm going to be giving my diagnosis to some amazing legends and icons of our time. I also have a book coming out. I'm going to be doing another series with voice lessons. So please subscribe to my channel and let's stay in touch. Okay, here we go. Master Voice Teacher Reacts. First up, Frank Sinatra. Here's our first icon coming up. It's the fabulous Frank Sinatra singing Fly Me to the Moon. Let's listen.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play up there with those stars. Let me see what life is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Now, what everybody always talks about is Frank Sinatra and that amazing vibration and tone that he has. Would you believe that Frank Sinatra actually didn't like his own voice? He wanted the voice of Caruso. Well, thank God he didn't say, oh, I better try to be Caruso. He decided to be Frank Sinatra, and he went into his own beautiful sound. Let's listen a little more.
In other words, hold my hand.
Now, to make that gorgeous tone, there's something called resonance. There's two sides to my method. I have the voice technique side and the emotional side. Well, this is part of the voice technique. And the resonance, we have these beautiful bones in our face and cartilage, and they surround air pockets and they vibrate. That brings out the gorgeous organic vibration and tone of you, well, also of Frank Sinatra. You'll notice as we continue here, he's completely released in his face. There's no tension. So you hear this gorgeous, resonant vibration of Frank's sound.
In other words, darling, kiss me.
Darling, kiss me. Now, the other side of that is the emotional side. Now, Frank Sinatra would talk about how he uses his own life. He uses all of his own stories in his life and connects that with his songs. So what he just did there, he was thinking of somebody he wanted to kiss. Darling, kiss me. And he sent it through those gorgeous vibrations that you can hear around his mouth and his cheeks. That's why we go, oh, Frank Sinatra's so amazing, oh my God. He's what we call personalizing it. Pretty cool, right? Let's keep listening. Now, did you just see that? That was the orchestra going, bah! And he went, oh, he feels the orchestra in his body. He took it on. He's like letting that orchestra inform him. So he really uses everything around him and makes it come through his body. His body is his instrument in every way.
Fill my heart with song. Let me swing forevermore.
As we keep listening, watch that mouth, watch the jaw. The jaw is never connected to the vibration. It's always released away. Also the tongue. We don't want any tightness. The reason is if you tighten your jaw, it comes back to your own ear. Fly me to the moon. Sounds great in my head. Sounds horrible out here. He's releasing it so the tone goes into the room.
You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true.
Did you see that? Please be true. He's personalizing it again. I think he's going to say, I love you next. Let's see if it really connects to his heart. If it connects to you, if you feel it, that means he's feeling it. Let's see what happens.
In other words, I love you.
Oh my God. I love you. He wasn't acting it. He was feeling his truth. That's what makes an icon. Now he's going to have fun with the orchestra. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he brings it in his body.
Jump, jump, jump.
Jump, jump, jump. Yeah, he's like hanging out with them. He's like falling in love with his orchestra. He's like making them part of the evening. It's not like you're over there and I'm over here. He's bringing them in. He even washed the cameraman's lens. He wants everybody to be a part of the evening. He even has his back to the audience, and we're all gathered in and we're checking out the orchestra. We want to see it. So he's not separate from it, he's with it. And even though we see his back, we feel a part of the performance. Isn't that cool? He's just having a good time. Now, as we keep going, be aware of the vibration around this front passage that I was talking about, the release in his jaw, and let's see if he's personalizing it. Let's see if we feel the sensation of those words. That means he's thinking about somebody, something from his life. As he said, he's the one who said it first. Song, let me sing forevermore, because you are all I worship, all I long for and adore. The reason that he has that unique style, he's taking everything he feels and letting the emotion connect to the style. The style is coming out because he's connected to the emotional side. And suddenly all those cool Frank Sinatra stylings, they're not just like, I'm going to make it kind of worship and adore. He's not doing it intellectually. It's coming from the emotional life, and that's informing the style. That's why when you want to try to sound like Frank Sinatra and you just do the styles and you think I'll sound like him if I sing exactly the way he sings and it doesn't sound good, it's kind of bad, that's because it's not what he's really doing. He's actually connecting to a truth, and the style then comes around. In other words, please be true. Okay, he's going to sing, in other words, I love you for a second time. It's going to be different than the first time. He never does everything the same. Let's see if you feel it. So the last thing we're going to see, do you feel the sensation of the release in his face? So all that vibration can make that gorgeous tone. And do you feel the truth? Here it comes, last beat. In other words, I love you. You. Oh my goodness. He just ended the song straight away, sending it. I call my method the revolutionary send, because putting together all that technique with the emotions and sending it, it's truly revolutionary. Like our first icon, Frank Sinatra. Thanks for joining me. See you next episode.